If this was also your favorite look at the Met Gala, then you're probably obsessed with Zac Posen and the Gap right now. So this Met Gala look and also this Met Gala look are technically considered Gap Studio, which is like a sub-collection at the Gap designed by Zac Posen himself. As creative director, he's chiming in on a lot of things that are going on at Gap and Old Navy and Athletica and Banana Republic, like the whole Gap empire. The Gap Studio is the only collection that he's physically designing. Also, this campaign, these models, like, this is a moment. I know I'm not the only one paying attention to what Gap is doing right now because I think everything they're doing is so smart across the board that has a lot to do with Zac being there. I really love this quote from him from this article. If Louis Vuitton can have a ball gown that they don't produce on a red carpet in order to sell luggage, why can't Gap have a t-shirt gown on the red carpet, but we actually produce it? So he's referring to this gown that he designed for Anne Hathaway, which happened like 2 days after this look at the Met Gala last year. Essentially, he designed this t-shirt dress for Anne Hathaway. She was obsessed with it. We were all obsessed with it. It went completely viral. And then they actually sold a version of it on Gap.com. And because Zac Posen has always done evening wear, his namesake brand that closed in like 2019 or something was an evening wear brand. That's what he's known for. It just makes sense that if he's designing for the Gap, that this would bleed into red carpet, but in a way that says Gap. Just to take it a step further from like a marketing social media perspective, I've been obsessed with what Gap is doing. Just did a collab with Doan that I'm obsessed with. Unfortunately, all the pieces that I want are sold out. Focusing on Gap vintage, the heritage of the brand. They're known for quality and fit. Instead of using traditional models for their social media, they're using real people that actually shop their clothes. This is a stylist. They did like a little series with her for social. Like obviously beautiful people, but having a story behind them and giving them a little bit more personality that reflect their actual customers and people who are spending their money on their clothes. I've been seeing a lot of brands picking up on this. Like I know Burberry does this really well. They did like a whole series of people that are really big shoppers with them, especially with like tariffs hitting and everything right now, with people being really conservative with what they're shopping. I think it's making us second guess, like, do we really need that linen shirt for summer, and wanting to feel good about the purchases that we're making. I do really think this Gap Studio collection is so cute. Is it not kind of giving the row? Good basics that are going to live in your closet forever. Things that are timeless that are going to fit you really well. Just overall, a very cute vibe that are both Zac Posen and the Gap DNA. While this is not an ad for the Gap, although it is kind of turning into that a little bit, we've all grown up with Zac Posen in our living rooms on Project Runway and just in general seeing his designs everywhere. I'm so excited to see what Gap Studio is doing next.